Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi. Last episode, uh, banger. We got the reveal of the Shion Mion question, and we were wrong. Like, we didn't even get close to the answer. That Mion was just possessing Shion to help her solidify her role as head. Um, but it looks like the Yakuza problem is done. Mifune is dead. Looks like the Yakuza are retreating, but we got the police on our side thanks to Miyuki bringing reinforcements, and let's see where this goes now. I could hear the boisterous shouts of the police officers coming from the garden. It grew quiet in the back room immediately after that. When I gently opened the sliding door, I found Miyuki-chan on the other end, handcuffing the men in black one by one. The detectives were chasing after several more men in black who fled to the garden. Miyuki-chan called out to the police officers beside her, then handed the handcuffed men in black off to the other detectives, who escorted them out of the back room one by one. It seemed like everything had already wrapped up without me realizing it. Miyuki-chan rushed over to me to make sure I was alright. As I wiped away the blood running down my nose with my fingertips, she grabbed my cheeks with both her hands and peered at my face. A lot has happened since I first met Miyuki-chan yesterday morning, but seeing her in front of me like this, she looked really cute. Okay. Sure. I mean, how would you? Yeah. Miyuki-chan flashes a friendly smile. Her smiling face seemed to soothe all my pain and weariness. All the muscles in my body loosened up, and I felt comfortable enough that I wouldn't even regret it if I died here. I wasn't sure if my feelings were able to get through to her, but Miyuki-chan looked back at me with a huge smile. I forgot what it was. I continued to stammer as Miyuki-chan gazed at me. She looked like she was just waiting for the words to come out, but I suddenly started to feel embarrassed and turned away. What am I doing, acting like some naive middle school boy? Don't forget how old you are. Well, that's alright. At any rate, being good friends seems like a nice place to start. Miyuki-chan held my hand tight while firmly gazing into my eyes. Jesus. Could it be? Is that handhold an invitation? My heart was beating far more intensely than usual. But it was a totally different sort of tension from the gun battle earlier. It felt good. It's a meme. I feel the meme coming. With Miyuki-chan gazing up at me with a slight blush in her cheeks, my heart started beating so violently it felt like it was going to burst out of my body. Come on now. Come on, now's your chance. I pulled Miyuki-chan's hand closer and with determination... Based. He's alive! For some reason I just thought he was dead. He's alive though? Though I think I said last episode that Hatasaka might be like the reinforcement. I heard a gruff voice come from behind and quickly let go of Miyuki-chan's hand. When I turned in that direction, a tall, slender man dressed in a suit put a hand on Miyuki-chan's shoulder and stared at me over his shoulder. Nice. You don't get old Akasaka Sprite? Unlucky. Good music though. His frightening eyes were glaring straight at me, causing me to freeze up for a totally different reason this time. In other words, it was hair-raising. Oh? I remember now. I'm certain that was the detective from the Metropolitan Police Department that I met while investigating the Hinamizawa tapes my father left behind. Akasaka-san seems to have changed a bit since I first met him. It's like he was more dignified, solemn, awe-inspiring, and refined. But what was Akasaka-san doing in Hinamizawa again? Oh, well, maybe we're safe? We're safe? We won't face the wrath of the karate god. Well, I mean, that too, but it can be more than one thing, you know? Akasaka-san seemed to grin broadly as soon as he recognized me. Akasaka-san, you may say that, but could you suppress that bloodlust that could kill any insect that got too close to you? We're on a first-name basis. I desperately tried to evade his questioning. Please let me out of here. It's not worth it anymore. Miyuki-chan's eyes were open wide in a daze as she watched all this. I tried to give a suitable retort. But the truth is, my father actually met Akasaka-san too. When my father interviewed the survivor of the Great Hinamizawa disaster who predicted he would drown to death, he started to grow interested in the disaster itself, and during that investigation, the two of them got to know one another. According to my father's investigation notes, Akasaka-san claimed that a resident of Hinamizawa predicted his wife's death. True? So meeting up with Akasaka-san, who my father met during his own investigation in Hinamizawa, felt like an act of fate. Akasaka-san must have thought those comments were exceedingly pure for a man in his 30s like me. That's why he bitterly smiled. But there's a gentle warmth in his eyes. Excuse me? Come on, Arakawa. I didn't put it together, how? Akasaka-san is Miyuki-chan's father? They're nothing alike, not at all. How could someone as cute as Miyuki-chan be born from someone like Akasaka-san? I can't believe it. Wow, that's actually like pretty insulting. But looking a little closer, Akasaka-san didn't look so bad himself. There we go. Huh? So the two of them really are father and daughter? Unbelievable. Impossible. Absolutely absurd. We got baited? Unless, or is this a double bait? Atasato-san let out a smile, bowed to me, and then walked off in the direction of Mifune's corpse. No, more importantly, Atasato-san just said something really important just now, didn't he? Oh. Wow, I honestly, like, probably should have just... Did I think of that? Maybe I'm giving myself too little credit. Maybe I did think... said that when in, like, the first episode of the arc. But yeah, that's a good telling point. So she is married. Unlucky, buddy. It would have been really awkward if you actually went for a kiss. Yep. Miki-chan lightly smiled as she said that. I, on the other hand, couldn't laugh about it. Miki-chan was married this whole time? My shock must have been plain to see. Miki-chan deeply lowered her head and said, "I'm sorry," several times in a row. True, but like, why not just say, "I don't have a boyfriend, but I do have a husband," when he asked you if you had a boyfriend? Yikes. Sounds like she was planning to drop the "actually I'm married" on me at some point and have a good laugh at my expense. But, up until now, we never really had a moment to relax. The timing just wasn't appropriate to reveal it and laugh at the "what, really?" reaction. Yeah, well, I don't know if we should just say it now. Probably not. As she said that, Miki-chan looked terribly distraught, afraid to face me directly. She wasn't trying to lead me around, but she seems terribly upset that she might have carelessly hurt me. Well, I'd be lying if I said it didn't hurt. Still, her intentions weren't malicious, so it's my duty as a man to make things easier on her, probably. Miki-chan flashed me a big grin. I had no choice but to nod to her with a vague smile. Ah, goodbye, my innocent love. Well, it's not like it really began in the first place. Okay, bye. No, joking. Miki-chan pushed me by the back, trying to drive me away. It certainly would be a bother to sit around in a place where the police are conducting on-site investigations and interrogations. At that point, I realized that Sonozaki-san and Otobe had long since disappeared. Excuse me? Didn't even get to say goodbye to Otobe? Or Shion? But mainly Otobe? Did Shion kidnap Otobe? And where's Ye? Is Ye alive? I bet Ye is alive. Miki-chan deeply bowed her head. I lightly lowered my head in response, then headed out of the back room. Once I reached the gate, I took one more look toward the back room and saw Miki-chan standing on the side, smiling and waving to me as she watched me head out. I was a little out of touch or slow on the subject of romance, and I was led astray, but yeah, she's a good girl. I'll send her an email next time I have an opportunity. I'd be proud to consider her a friend who endured the situation without falling into a bad relationship. Falling into. I don't think she would have fell into it, brother. But okay. Several patrol cars were parked outside the gate. So which way did they go? For now, I decided to walk in the direction I came from. Before long, I found Otabe and Sonozaki-san sitting on a big stone by the side of the road waiting for me. Hello, gang. I ran toward them. Then a familiar girl came walking this way from the other end of the street. Yay. Otabe grabbed Tawada-san's hand and gave her a huge smile to celebrate that they were both alive. Tawada-san handed the gun she borrowed from Mion-san over to Shion-san. Shion-san seemed a bit confused, but she decided to leave it at that since a proper explanation would have taken far too long. Then, once we realized that Tawada-san came to see us off, we all turned toward her. Are we dodging the police? For murder? Oh, no, no. We're going. We're reforming in jail. Still think Otabe should have taken the credit card, especially if the ghost wanted him to. There's no way, bro. You don't have to do a miracle or something. Marry someone rich or something. Yeah, it's called the fucking credit card. Life. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Life is like a tube of toothpaste. You have to squeeze every last drop out of it. I thought back on what Mion said earlier. I certainly agree with that assessment. Rather than hesitating, the best choice at any given time is to simply do whatever you can. Whoa. How are you cleaning? I'm sorry, I just don't know how Otabe is gonna get through this still. But whatever, sure. Team new lackey. Okay. I scratched my head. His dramatic reaction was a little embarrassing. But I won't hesitate any longer. It seems like I finally managed to find my way.
本当の売れっ子オカルトライターになってやる。
荒川さん。
まあ、その時になったら連絡してくれ。安月給で走り回ってばっかりの仕事だけどさ。
はい。
しかし参るよな。ヤクザのお家騒動はともかく、死者が生前のことを泣いて詫びたなんて話、週刊セブンじゃ絶対載せてくんねえだろうし、どうしよっか頭が痛いぜ。
Otobe quietly chuckled. Huh? So he can smile like this. Otobe had a bright, youthful smile on his face. Then Tawada-san bowed her head to us before heading out to see Miyuki-chan. After watching her confidently walk off, the rest of us turned to one another and quietly nodded. Ride. Oh, we're getting a ride. Thank you. Along with Shion-san's voice, I heard the sound of a car horn. A black car had pulled up right behind us without me even realizing it. Shion-san got out of here, and a man whose appearance betrayed his aura walked over to us as if guiding her. Old Kasai? Sensing his power, I braced myself for a moment. Yo, he's still up, still alive and kicking. He must be old now, though. Really old. Oh, maybe not really old. How old? He was like, I would say at least 20, 30 years older than Shion in the base team. I couldn't even help but give an overly formal response. What am I doing? Then we climbed into the elegant car, and Kasai drove us down a straight road leading to the village. Otobe quickly fell asleep. He must have felt relieved. I idly gazed out of the window. Then, at the foot of the rough mountains, a massive pile of rubble came into view. Oh, it's the school, man. That's right, it did get rented. And Mion died. Keiichi somehow lived. Obviously Shion lived because she wasn't there, but everyone else died. That's not Rita. Because if... Oh, maybe they could have just went with the operation even if Rita just died in the explosion. But Takano just wouldn't have her fun. Kasai-san seemed to completely understand. He parked the car alongside of the ruins, then opened the rear passenger door. Shion slowly emerged from the car and let out a deep sigh. Was Shion in there? Shion-san forlornly gazed on as the wind blew through the mountain of rubble. Has she been tormented for the last 20 years by the lonely thought that she was the one left behind? She abandoned the name Shion and lived her life as Mion Sonozaki to protect the Sonozaki family. Enduring that for all this time must have been so painful.
お姉さんは言ってましたよ。人生は歯磨き粉のチューブみたいなもんだって。チューブの最後のひとひねりまで使い切ってこそ人生だって。お姉がいかにもお姉らしい例えだわ。
Otobe came crawling out of the car. Shion's booming laughter must have woken him up. Shion-san Lee seemed lost in thought while gazing at his face. Then once he came closer, she patted him on the head. Classic.
シオンさん。あんたもしっかり生きな。私もしっかり生きるよ。血と荘園の日々だけどね。
He did the thing! Otobe suddenly seemed to be embarrassed about a woman stroking his head. His face turned red. When Shion saw that, she quietly muttered to herself,
あんたサトシ君みたいだね。
Yeah, he's Fate Satoshi.
なんでもないよ。
Shion-san turned away from us and gazed at the stool while playing with her hair and her fingertips.
一瞬あんたが昔の友達に見えただけさ。ちょっと似てるんだ。なんていうかこう、うん、いいやつだった。
それじゃサトシって人もここで。
はい、くだらないおしゃべりはおしまい。
Got a little nervous when you said that, but okay. I mean, it's been so long. I don't think Shion would freak out about that stuff anymore.
心霊があればこの戦争は一気に決着する。どさくさに紛れてつけ込んできやがった近江の連中にもきっちりお礼参りしないといけないしね。
Although it may still be a while longer until my work is complete. Shion-san whispered that, then turned back this way. The face of the person who muttered Satoshi-kun had completely vanished.
シオンさん。なんだい？ぐずぐずしてると置いてくよ。
シオンさんにどうしてもここで伝えておきたいことがあるんです。ひなみ沢を離れる前にミオンさんが最後に言ってました。シオンさんに伝えてほしいって。
え？
Shion-san stopped in her tracks.
面倒ついでにもう一つ。
I recalled the moment just before Mion Sonozaki's death when she requested something of Otobe. Come to think of it, what did she ask him?
ミオンさんが私たち次もまた双子がいいねってそう言ってました。
Ghosts!
ミオン。
Yo, see Jimmy. Look at that. Mion's crossing to the... Oh, she already crossed. But maybe she's finally crossing.
私もシオンを頑張る。うん。ありがとう。シオン。頑張ろうミオン。困ったことがあったらいつでも相談して。私たちはいつだってそうやってきた。それはこれからも何も変わらないよ。うん。
What?
うん。頑張れミオン。私もシオンを頑張る。うん、ありがとう。
Why is this so confusing?
頑張れミオン。私、うん、ありがとうシオン。
I don't know, man. We'll just ignore it. My mind all a little foot. That's seriously what you chose to say at the bitter end? Even though she helped out back then, she's always butting in where she doesn't belong, treating me like a child. I'm an adult now, you know? Much older than you were. Seriously, I can't believe your last words were something so naive. And the word next made me sad because you remind me that you're already gone. I wasn't interested in reminiscing about the old days. I wanted to talk about those memories with you. I wanted to keep you by my side forever, sis.
おね。
Tears started to well up in Shion-san's eyes.
シオンさん。
何当たり前のこと言っちゃってるんですか？
Shion-san pulled the Tamahajiki sword from its sheath and thrust the blade into the ground near the former school building.
ありがとう。おね。
Then Shion-san turned and didn't look back. Somewhere among the ruins, a single playing card fluttered in the wind. Aww. That card probably dated back to the days when Mion Sonozaki played at the school. The plain card gently fell to the ground, nestled to the nuts to the sword.
ありがとう、園崎さん。さようなら、ひなみざわ。
Then I, too, started walking without looking back, all the while swearing in my heart that I never looked back on the past. Otobe and Tawada-san had already started walking forward. The car Kesai drove us here slowly descended the mountain path. Everyone here started walking toward their own separate future. All of us starting at a disadvantage. Otobe's future involved repaying a debt he could never pay off alone. Tawada-san's future included being arrested and sent to prison. Sonozaki and Kasai-san's future involved fighting to protect the future of the Sonozaki group. And my future is to start building up something meaningful in my day-to-day life while panicking about the uncertainty of tomorrow. None of us will have it easy in the future. But regardless, we'll keep walking forward, fighting alone against our fate for the right to say we lived. Bam, 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 bam. Mian, Sonozaki, and Hiramizawa Village. Farewell, and thank you. A refreshing blue sky was spread out beyond the mountains, shining the light of hope down on our future. Credits. We did it! That was a good arc, man. I thought it was a good arc in the first half, and then the second half hit, and it's like, wait a minute, it's a great arc. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty happy with everything. Everything's resolved. Good twists, good emotional roller coasters. Good new characters too. I enjoyed all of them. Funnily enough, Arakawa is probably my least favorite of the bunch, just because he's kind of annoying. But that's alright. We'll talk more about this arc in full in our review. But before the review, we also have to do our bad ending medley, where we'll check out 3 bad endings. I assume they're pretty short, so we could probably do it all in one episode. We'll have to see. And next is fucking whole new cast, right? Bam, 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 bam. Da, 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 da. I forgot the exact order, but I'll find it. Might take a break though in between, since apparently this is a good breaking spot, because the next, I believe the next 2 or 3 arcs are gonna be like the same cast, like a continuous story. So I might take a break just to, you know, refresh myself a bit. But yeah, I had a pretty great time with this. It's kind of funny that Arakawa has like a sprite on VNDB, but we didn't see it, so maybe he does reappear in the future. Also, Unruly Girl. We'll read the tip, of course, before moving on. Or ending the video, I should say. New tip. Unruly Girl. Who? Me? Shion? Artisaka and Miyuki. It's pretty insane.
本当は偵察のつもりだったんだけど、成り行きでついね。まあ、お目当ての星はあげたわけだし、結果オーライでいいじゃない。
まったく。
She may be my daughter, but sometimes I wonder if I did something wrong while raising her. It makes me feel uneasy. Her boss and her husband would have a pain in their gut if they knew the situation here. Ibuki.
度胸とセンスがあるのは大いに結構だが、あの突撃思考はなんとかなりませんかってな。組隊の刑事らしいといえばそれまでかもしれんが、こうも後先考えない行動を続けていたら、命がいくらあっても足りないぞ。
伊吹課長は心配性なんだってば。 虎穴にいらずんば孤児を得ずってことわざもあるでしょうに。
しかしだな。
それにマフィアの現場に乗り込むとき、何度も切り込み隊長役を進んで務めていた方に言われたくありませんわね。赤坂警視正殿。
I mean, yeah, Hatasato is also pretty unruly, you could say. And no refutation for that. Moreover, even though she's the one who happily listened to those heroic exploits, it was none other than me who proudly told them to her. In other words, you reap what you sow.
ゆういちくんも大変だな。こんなじゃじゃ馬のどこに惚れたのか。一度ゆっくり話したいくらいだ。
彼が結婚の挨拶に来た時、ものすっごい鬼の形相でいい度胸だなと凄んでいたのはどこのどちら様でしたっけ？あの人未だに夢にまで見るらしいんだけど。
あれはだな。娘を持つ父親なら誰でも一度はやってみせる当然のことだ。お前も人の親になればその気持ちがわかる。
はいはい、さようでございますか。
Miyuki shrugged her shoulders with an apathetic look on her face, clearly not convinced. She was such a bashful little girl in the old days, but nowadays I can't even see a hint of that. In fact, over the years, it seems she's become more like my wife Yuki.
本当にお前はお母さんそっくりになってきたな。今のお前を見たら草場の陰から泣き出す。
Oh god.
何言ってるのよお父さん。いくら冗談でも勝手にお母さんを殺さないでよね。後で言いつけてやるから。
What? Huh? That moment, I lost my voice, struggling to understand the meaning of what Miyuki-chan just said. Did Miyuki just say you can't kill her? Talking about her like she's still alive? It's a meme, for sure. Unless Atasato's jumping fragments?
あ、そうだ思い出した。出かける間際にお母さんからお父さんに渡してって薬預かってたんだ。はい、これ。もうダメだよお父さん。最近薬切らしても取りに行くのが面倒くさいってなかなか病院に行かないんだって。忙しいのはわかるけど、お母さん本気で心配してたよ。
It's weird because apparently Atasato connected to Arakawa's father and him by talking about how Rika protected his wife's death.
どうしたの？お父さん。
いや。
I stared down at the pillowcase Miyuki handed me while trying to sort out my jumbled thoughts. Impossible. It can't be. First off, Yuki fell down the stairs and hit her head in the hospital just after giving birth to Miyuki. Since then, we spent the past 29 years living without her, struggling to conceal our loneliness and sorrow. So there's no way Yuki gave Miyuki this medicine, and there's no chance that she's feeling worried about me. Wait a minute. Hold on, maybe this is just a misunderstanding. Didn't I call Yuki early this morning? I told her I'll be home late, so a late night dinner would be best. Then Yuki laughed and responded, then I'll prepare some side dishes that can be warmed up quickly, didn't she? And then she ended the conversation by saying this. Alright, please go on ahead. Then I suddenly came back to my senses. And that's when I realized I was crying.
何？お母さんと何かあったの？
いや、なんでもない。なんでもないんだ。
I turned to Miyuki, who was looking worried, and smiled at her while wiping the tears away with my fist. Then I slipped the pillowcase into my suit pocket, pulled out a tissue, and blew my nose.
すまん。実はちょっと花粉症でな。 薬を飲んできたんだが、ここは結構きついようだ。
なんだ、びっくりさせないでよもう。てっきり大喧嘩でもしたんじゃないかって心配したじゃない。
Miyuki let out a huge sigh of relief. Even though her mouth has gotten sharper as she's grown, that gentle demeanor of hers hasn't changed at all. And so, I understood all over again. That was the reason Soramachi-kun fell in love with Miyuki, why he proposed to her.
それはともかく、そろそろ案内をしてくれる連中が到着する頃だな。待ち合わせ場所は旧ひなみ沢入り口のバス停前だったな。
ああ、それなら私さっきそこを通ってきたから。これから私は古出神社に一度戻るけど、その前に案内するよ。お父さんの車どれ？
ああ、あの手前から2番目の黒いやつだが。で、みゆき、お前の車は？
いや、それがさっき探してようやく見つけたんだけど、積みにはともかくタイヤやらハンドルやらもうあっちこっちが派手にぶっ壊されちゃってて、レッカーで持って帰っても修理代考えると置き捨てていった方が良さそうなんだよね。
あの車って確か
Oh no, dude.
先月買ったばかりの新車だろ。もうお釈迦にしたのか。
It wasn't her fault, to be fair. And what's more, she begged me for an expensive one, so I gave in and covered the down payment. She really scrapped her car in less than a month. I feel a headache coming on.
ねえお父さん、その先組に損害賠償って請求できるかな？
知るか。
Okay. Okay, cute little thing. Atasaka showing hints of remembering fragments, I guess. So jumbled up, man. Cute though. Cute way to end off this arc. Anyways, thank you guys for checking out this arc of the Kanto arcs, which I just like halfway through I just decided just to call it Kanto arcs because I keep forgetting the name. Yoigoshi or something dumb. I mean, it's not dumb. I'm dumb. Yoigoshi. Yeah, I hate that. I think we're doing this stuff next. Like it goes like boom, boom. Or maybe there. Because I know she's part of this. I don't know about any of this shit, man. Bettini. Anyways, yeah. Fun ride. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Then bad ends. Then review. Then maybe break. Then we'll be back. But yeah, until then, peace.